Hi students, today our topic modes of vibration of stretched string. Already in previous class, what is the conditions for formation of stationary waves and what is the condition for formation of nodes and antinodes? Already we discussed. Here, in the case of stretched string means one of the string we are taking, it is stretched and fixed between two fixed points and we vibrate. Due to the simple harmonic motion of the particles in a string, it may be vibrate in the form of number of segments, one or more number of segments or one or more loops like this. The vibration of string in the form of segments are called as a harmonics. Is called as a harmonics. In this case, if any harmonic, in any harmonic or in any mode of vibration, means here what is the mode of vibration? When string vibrates, it may be in the form of one or more segments. The formation of segments are called as a normal modes. Okay, these normal modes are taken as a harmonics. In any harmonic, the segment is formed with minimum number of nodes and antinodes. With the minimum number of nodes and antinodes, which segment is formed or which harmonic vibration is generated, it is called as a fundamental vibration. Means, in the case of stretched string, the string is fixed between two rigid supports. According to the boundary conditions of string fixed between two fixed points, compulsory nodes are formed at fixed ends. Means, at fixed ends compulsory node, it's common. It may be from a one segment or two segments or three segments or p segments, number of segments, whatever may be, compulsory according to the boundary conditions, it form a nodes. So what is the first harmonic or what is the fundamental vibration in the case of modes of stretched string? In which mode or in which harmonic the string vibrates with minimum number of nodes or antinodes, with minimum number of nodes and antinodes, the vibration is formed, that is called as a fundamental vibration, or that harmonic is called as a first harmonic. The frequency of this fundamental vibration is called as a fundamental frequency, and its frequency is called as a first harmonic frequency. Similarly, more than the fundamental frequency, that modes are taken as a overtones. More than the fundamental frequency, which vibrations are occurs in the case of stretched string, they are called as a overtones. So this is the fundamental vibration, single loop is formed and it is called as a first harmonic. And this first harmonic frequency is nothing but fundamental frequency, and mode is that vibration is called as a fundamental vibration. More than the fundamental vibration, more than the fundamental frequency, which vibrations are occurs, they are called as a overtones. So this is called as a first overtone, and also it is taken as a second harmonic. This is called as a second harmonic. Similarly, with the three segments, it is called as a second overtone or taken as a third harmonic in this manner. So these are different terms in the case of stretched string. Means in a stretched string, vibrations are formed. We use the terms harmonics, fundamental frequencies, overtones. Okay. Clear? So once again, with minimum number of nodes and antinodes, which vibrations are occurs or which mode is formed, that is called as a fundamental mode or first harmonic or fundamental vibration. This one. Their frequencies are called as a first harmonic frequency or fundamental frequency. More than the fundamental frequency, which vibrations are there, they are taken as a overtones. So this is the fundamental vibration. Then the next one is possibility first overtone. This is second overtone. Similarly, it is a first harmonic and this one is second harmonic and it is called as a third harmonic. In this manner, in the case of stretched string, vibrations are generated. Here, we want to derive an expression for the more different frequencies of modes of vibrations or frequencies of the different modes of vibrating stretched string. It's related. Let us, the length of the string we are taking as a L. When we form a first segment or we form a first loop, only one loop, due to the vibrating the string, at that time it form two nodes and one antinode. Already we know very well the distance between two nodes is equal to lambda 1 by 2. Why I am taking here lambda 1 means it is a first vibration or fundamental vibration or first harmonic vibration. So here what we are taking, L is equal to lambda 1 by 2. So lambda 1 is equal to 2L. We know very well the velocity of transverse wave along a stretched string can be written as V is equal to mu lambda generally, but depending upon the means it is a fundamental first vibration, no, that's why I am taking V is equal to nu 1 lambda 1. The velocity of transverse wave along a stretched string is constant, so nu 1 is equal to V by lambda 1. Here V is the velocity of the wave, means nu 1 is equal to V by lambda 1 means 2L. But the tension between the two ends of the stretched string is capital T. The linear density of the string is equal to mu. Mu is the linear density of the string. The linear density of the string means mass per unit length. The linear density of the stretched string is mu, or we can define as the mass per unit length of the string is taken as a linear density of the stretched string. if any stretched string stretched at the tension of t and having a linear density mu, the velocity of the transverse wave along a stretched string is equal to v is equal to root of t by mu. From this formula, nu1 can be written as 1 by 2l root of t by mu. This is the first harmonic frequency or fundamental frequency of the transverse wave along a stretched string. Here we are taking v is equal to nu1 lambda 1 means the velocity of the wave. Particularly in the case of stretched string, the velocity of transverse wave can be taken as root of t by mu. That's why in the place of v we are taking root of t by mu. So this is equation number 1. Now we vibrate the stretched string. Suppose it may be vibrate with two segments or with two loops at the time node, node, node. 3 nodes. It is vibrating with 2 antinodes. So here what happened? The wavelength depending upon their modes of vibration changes. So we are taking lambda 2 by 2 and lambda 2 by 2. So in the case of second vibration, this is first vibration, and in the case of second vibration, L is equal to lambda 2 by 2 plus lambda 2 by 2, that is equal to 2 lambda 2 by 2. It implies lambda 2 can be written as 2L by 2. Now the velocity of the wave v can be written as v is equal to nu 2 lambda 2 in the case of second vibration. So nu 2 is equal to v by lambda 2, that is nothing but we get that 2v by 2l. But you know very well the velocity of the transverse wave along a stretched string can be written as v is equal to root of t by mu. That's why 2 by 2l root of t by mu means nu 2 is equal to 2 by 2l root of t by mu, nothing but 2 nu 1 from equation 1. So this is the second harmonic frequency. Two loops are formed, or first overtone frequency. This frequency is taken as a second harmonic frequency or first overtone frequency. Second harmonic or first overtone frequency. This is the equation 1 reference. Fundamental or first harmonic. Okay, fundamental or first harmonic. Similarly, in the case of third harmonic, we are forming the how many loops? There is a 3 loops are formed. At that time, depending upon the different modes, different wavelengths is there. In this case, the distance between two nodes in the case of each loop, lambda 3 by 2, lambda 3 by 2 and lambda 3 by 2. Related to this one, in third harmonic, L is equal to 3 lambda 3 by 2. Simply lambda 3 is equal to 2L by 3. At the same time, V is equal to nu 3 lambda 3. Here V is equal to nu 3 lambda 3. From this, nu 3 is equal to V by lambda 3 and nu 3 is equal to, we can be written as 3 by 2l root of t by mu. Nothing but nu 3 is equal to 3 nu 1. So this frequency is called as a, this frequency is taken as a third harmonic frequency or second overtone frequency. So when we observe these cases, nu 1 is the fundamental frequency, nu 2 is the second harmonic or first overtone frequency, nu 3 is the third harmonic or second overtone frequency. So when we observe that one, second harmonic frequency is the twice the fundamental frequency, third harmonic frequency is the thrice the first harmonic frequency. Suppose if you take the p vibrations, nu p is equal to p by 2l root of t by mu. Here p indicate the number of loops or number of segments. If p is equal to 1, fundamental vibration or fundamental frequency, p is equal to 2, second harmonic or first overtone frequency, p is equal to 3, third harmonic or second overtone frequency, and so on we are taking. This is the frequency of the tangent wave along a stretched string with the p segments. At the same time, from this explanation we observe that the ratio of fundamental, first overtone, second overtone frequencies can be written as nu 1 is to nu 2 is to nu 3 is to dash 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 is equal to 1 is to 2 is to 3 is to dash dash dash. This is the explanation of modes of vibrations along a stretched string and their frequencies. Next we go to continue the laws of transverse wave along a stretched string. So laws of transverse wave along a stretched string. When the string is stretched between two fixed points, the expression for fundamental frequency just we discuss, that is nu is equal to 1 by 2l root of t by mu. In this, nu is the fundamental frequency, okay, fundamental frequency of the tangent wave along a stretched string. L is taken as a length of stretched string, T tension of the string, mu is the linear density or mass per unit length. Okay, these are physical quantities in these equations. These are now nu, L, T, mu. Here we are taking a constant tension in a string and constant linear density of the wire. It means a constant tension and the same material of the wire, frequency is inversely proportional to length of the stretched string. So here T and mu is constant, T and mu is constant, nu is inversely proportional to length of the stretched string. This is called as a first law of transverse wave along a stretched string. First law of transverse wave along a stretched string means a constant T comma mu. Nu is inversely proportional to L. This is called as a first law of transverse wave along a stretched string. It implies nu L is equal to constant nu1 L1 is equal to nu2 L2. Now here we are taking like this, a constant length of the string and a constant material of the string or constant linear density of the string. What happened? Mu comma L are constant. This mu is directly proportional to root T. The frequency of the tangent wave along a stretched string is directly proportional to square root of tension in the string, where at constant length of the string and material of the string means at constant L comma mu is directly proportional to root T. It means nu1 by nu2 is equal to root of T1 by T2. Now, this is taken as a second law of tangent wave along a stretched string. Next one, at constant length of the string and tension in the string, the relation between the nu and mu gives the third law. Means at constant T comma L, what happened? Nu is inversely proportional to root mu. Nu is inversely proportional to root mu. Here mu is the frequency of the tangent wave along a stretched string and mu is the linear density of the wire. So from this we can written as nu1 by nu2 is equal to root of mu2 by mu1. This is the expression for third law of tangent wave along a stretched string. So this is the explanation about the laws of tangent wave along a stretched string. Okay, this is the expression for laws of tangent wave along a stretched string. Next class we will discuss about the organ pipes, means open organ pipes and closed organ pipes and their related frequencies. We will discuss in next class. Thank you.